Nzube Ezianyauha knew the sound of a diesel engine like a farmer knows the land. He could tell you if it was happy, hurting, or just plain hungry for fuel. Tonight, in the heart of the Nigerian mining camp, the engine was singing a song of silence. That was a problem, a big one. The generator, a beast of a machine, was supposed to roar to life every evening. It powered the lights, the tools, the very rhythm of their work. But tonight, there was only an eerie quiet, punctuated by the murmurs of concerned miners. Nzube, his hands already smudged with grease, approached the silent giant. He wasn't a man of many words, but his eyes, reflecting the dim lantern light, spoke volumes. They spoke of knowledge, of experience, and of a deep respect for the intricate dance of metal and combustion. He ran a calloused hand along the generator's flank. It was cold, lifeless. This wasn't going to be easy. Nzube had been a mechanic for as long as he could remember. Growing up in a small village, he'd learned to fix anything that moved, from sputtering motorcycles to wheezing water pumps. Diesel engines, though, those were his passion. The way they ignited the heavy fuel, the raw power they possessed, it captivated him. When a nearby mining operation offered him a job, he jumped at the chance. Years of sweat and grime had turned him into the camp's most trusted problem solver. The miners depended on him. Their livelihoods, their safety, rested on his ability to keep the machines running. And right now, the most vital machine of all was refusing to cooperate. The generator was more than just a machine, it was the heart of the camp. Without it, everything ground to a halt. The drills fell silent, the lights went out, and the rhythm of their work was shattered. Nzube could see the worry etched on the faces of the miners gathered around him. They knew what was at stake. "Give me some space," Nzube said, his voice firm despite the pressure. The miners, respecting his skill and authority, parted like water around a rock. Nzube was a quiet man, but when he spoke, everyone listened. He knew what he had to do. This wasn't just about fixing an engine, it was about restoring their lifeline. Section 4, Anatomy of a Breakdown. He started with the basics, like a doctor examining a patient. He checked the fuel lines, searching for blockages. He inspected the air filters, caked with the ever-present dust of the mine. He tested the batteries, their charge weak and anemic. Each step was deliberate, methodical, a testament to his years of experience. The problem, he soon realized, ran deeper. The engine was seizing up, its internal parts refusing to cooperate. This would require surgery, a complete overhaul. He would have to dissect the engine, find the root of the problem, and rebuild it piece by piece. It was a daunting task, especially with the weight of the entire camp resting on his shoulders. Section 5, Grease, Grit, and Illumination. Hours ticked by, each one marked by the clink of wrenches and the hiss of escaping air hoses. The night deepened, the air growing colder, but Nzube worked on, fueled by strong coffee and an even stronger sense of purpose. He disassembled the engine with the precision of a surgeon, laying out each component with care. The problem revealed itself in the worn bearings, their surfaces scored and pitted. They were the source of the resistance, the reason for the engine's painful silence. Finding the problem was only half the battle. Now he had to fix it. Section 6, Dawn's Triumphant Hum. With fresh bearings in place and the engine painstakingly reassembled, Nzube stepped back. His body ached, his eyes were bloodshot, but a tired smile played on his lips. The engine, now gleaming under the light of the rising sun, looked as good as new. He grabbed the starter cord, his heart pounding in his chest. The engine coughed, sputtered, then roared to life. A wave of relief washed over Nzube. The sound of the engine, music to his ears, echoed across the camp, signaling the start of a new day. The miners, awakened by the familiar sound, emerged from their quarters, their faces etched with relief and gratitude. Nzube watched as the camp slowly came back to life, the rhythm of their work restored. He knew that soon, the hum of the generator would fade into the background, just another part of their daily routine. But for him, the memory of this night, the challenge, the struggle, and the ultimate triumph would linger. It was a reminder of why he did what he did, why he endured the grease, the grime, and the long nights. He was a diesel mechanic, and this was his symphony.